have products. What else we have done? We have done tenses. We have done products. Yes. These two we have done, right? Now we will take up. We will take up this. Many we have next section. Also, yeah. Let's take on one. Okay, let's start. Tell me about literature. Literature? Yes, I have an equator. In literature, we compare vitamin and we have to enter the family. There's something total that particular. Our vitamin in the vitamin in we are completed, but we are left with the question answers. So first let us take the question answers, then we will take up vitamins. Okay? Then we will take up anything which is related to verb, we can take that up. Okay, first let us do the question answers on vitamin N. Okay? Okay? It's not that. Okay. Okay. Number 109. Do it in the textbook. Page number 109. First reference to the context. Do in the textbook itself. Question number 2 and 3. Find out space to write in the textbook. Then how to read the textbook there. Page number 109. Displayed by the grandfather. Read the reference and tell. Choose the emotion displayed by the grandfather. What emotion does it display? Regretful, apologetic, nostalgic, wistful. See, read the passage. Grandpa hated the noise and bustle of the city life and then moved. Read it properly.
And when they were on their own, she often spoke longingly of a small brick house in the town. Such a wonderful place. The rest of the things are all talking about nostalgic. Yes. Nostalgic is the goal. Okay. So he thinks about the past, fond memories of the past. Okay. Now since you were absent, as and when he solved, I will explain a little to that you will understand, and then later you will read the text. It's very easy. Now, second question, complete the following sentence. Grandpa hated the busy and noisy city life because villages very less. Because he used to live in a peaceful village atmosphere. Right now, because he used to live in peaceful village. Quiet, peaceful village. Quiet, peaceful village. So grandpa hated noise and bustle of the city because he used to live in quiet, peaceful village. Done? Well, now the next one. Why did grandpa come to the city despite his dislike for the city life? Who forced him to come to the Ravi's mother? Ravi's mother forcefully or forced him to come to the city because once he got lost. No, not because he got lost, because he slipped. He lived alone and he slipped one day, and the whole night he was staying there. So he slept there. He slept there, just like it's okay, write this down. If you think that space is too small, then you can write it down. Good question. Pin drop them. Where is it? First, you write down this answer. Because Ravik's mother forced him to stay with them after the accident where he slipped in the village. Slipped in the garden and fell. Slipped in the garden, fell, and lay there whole night. Like a whole day, in one sentence. Ravi's mother forced him to come and stay with them in the city because one day he slipped, fell, and lay in the garden the whole night. Okay, so Ravi's mother forced him to come to the city as and stay with them as he fell, slipped, fell, and lay in the garden the whole night. Then, okay, now the last question. Choose an expression similar in meaning. You can even hear a weak form. Yes, so you can, if the weak forms, you'll be able to hear the sound of the weak forms. There was so much of silence, little bit, even if weak forms, you'll be able to hear the sound. Now, what that expression similar to? End of one's life, regular cotton, sign of good luck, pin drop silence. So, pin drop silence is the expression. Okay, so even if a pin drops, you will be able to hear it. That is known as pin drop silence. The silence is so much that even if a pin drops, you will be able to hear. Then now the second one.
One advantage and one
Sorry, no, I'm dismissed. Take one advantage and one disadvantage of grandfather living in the house in town.
city or village.
Town and city.
One disadvantage is that
The town is the village. See over here. Grandpa hated the noise and bustle of city life, and when they were on their own, he often spoke longingly of his big house in town. Town over here is a village. Okay. So one advantage and one disadvantage. One advantage is there was a lot of quietness and peace in the village. So, but then we can also say lot of greenery because we mentioned about the mango tree. So they had a garden of their own mango tree. So you can write about greenery, pollution free, right? And what disadvantage? That he was alone over there and nobody was there to take care of him. So this is the disadvantage. So someone is there. Start. Spark circles. Where is the sheet? Attendance sheet.
There's no one named part of the.
Huh?
There's no one named part. It must be Pavel or it might be Pavel or someone else that. Yeah.
Next time. By mistake, he joined here. He has to join that class. Okay. So what is the advantage? That there is a lot of peace and greenery in our town.
What is what the disadvantage and you are right in short that you are not safe over there.
He was not safe over there because there was nobody to take care of him. That you have to mention. Why is it not safe? Because he was alone over there. So there was nobody to take care of him. That is a disadvantage. Have you read it?
Peace and
Greenery. No pollution. You can add these things. But for reference to the context, you need to directly take from the text.
you are not safe over the later.
Done? Now coming to the next one. Again, path is entered.
Not good.
We go. Okay. Now the next temperature context. So after now, let's read the next one. I had a quiet morning, but I don't know about Ravi. He just disappeared instead of staying at home to look after me like you told him to. Answered Grandma coolly. Now Grandpa coolly. So he was completely confused, right? To choose the option that displays the tone of the grandpa's response. So was he panicking? Was he hurtful? How did he reply? Very calm, coolly, right? So calm would be the option. Why was Ravi confused and embarrassed? He was confused and embarrassed.
So certainly that the guy we met in the bus was not his grandpa.
No, here from here, why was he embarrassed and
When he thought that he
from
was
this reference you tell me, why was he confused and embarrassed? When was he confused and embarrassed? What did grandpa say?
when he came to
Wait, you tell me, read the extract and then.
I had her twice a month, but I don't know about her. He had just decided instead of staying at home to look after her, like you told her. Answered grandpa to me. While Ravi just looked for her and embarrassed.
Yes. So after this, he got confused when the grandpa told him that he was at home, but Ravi was not at home. Right? So he was confused because he was confused and embarrassed because of the fact that the way grandpa pretended to be at home and Ravi and uh, complaining about Ravi for not being a child. Because he knew the truth there is actually grandpa had gone out. So that is why he was totally confused and embarrassed. Embarrassed because he was actually he went out and he did not take care as instructed by the mother. Yes. Okay, so embarrassed and confused. Confused because he did not know how to react to the grandfather's pretension that he was at home, whereas he was actually outside. Right? And embarrassed because he thought probably grandpa must have seen him. Right? That is why embarrassed. And not following mother's instructions of staying home and taking care of grandpa. Write down, I think this will not fit in here. You have to use a note. Oh, you copy that. Done? Finished? The next one, complete and endless suitable reason. Ravi's mother was impatient because what
You
is
wanted to know what was the present here.
No. See, read the reference again. Tell me.
Grandfather is the last.
Huh? It is related to birthday, but not grandpa's birthday. Why did you mention? I didn't know. Read the reference properly.
Ravi's birthday.
Ah.
Ravi's birthday was very long.
She thought that she thought that the grandfather had forgotten about Ravi's birthday, which already was over 2 months back. 3 months or 2 months back. So what will be the answer? Ravi's mother became impatient because she thought that the grandpa had forgotten that Ravi's birthday was already over 2 months back. 2 months or 3 months? 3 months back. But Papa, Ravi's birthday was 3 months ago. Have you forgotten? Saying Ravi's mother impatient too. So why was she impatient? Because she thought that again another example of forgetfulness. Oh, you don't even remember this? Just 3 months ago, his birthday was celebrated. Why are you gifting him?
That was grandpa's birthday. Right? So they-
That day was grandpa's birthday.
That's when he gifted all of them.
Because that was a ritual for him to gift everybody on his own birthday. So he used to give gifts.
Over that, Ravi's birthday was 3 years ago.
True. About that, Ravi's birthday was 3 months ago. Have you written that answer before that?
Yes.
Now the next one states what false. Grandfather forgot Ravi's birthday, it's true? No, it is false.
He forgot this,
He did not forget Ravi's birthday. He was giving gifts because it was his birthday. Ravi did not
Everyone
forget
forgets
anything.
it.
Grandpa did not forget anything. Why did grandpa say that he did not know what kind of morning Ravi might have
Because
had?
he didn't want to expose Ravi.
Yes, because he did not write down, because he did not want to expose that Ravi followed grandpa. Nothing, he did not want to expose about him also. That both the grandpa and Ravi are out. Okay, done? Now let us come to the question answer. Grandpa is portrayed as a person with vivid memory in the beginning of the story. Give two evidences to this prove the statement.
And this one, that he didn't forgot his,
He didn't forget.
forget Ravi's birthday
Correct.
and for
Chess. No?
chess players.
He remembered every move. Right? Write down 2 examples from the text. Write in your own words.
Not too bad.
In notebook. These question answers we can't find. After this story, we will take up what happened. You need the book also. Take out the notebook and you will need the book for reference. Yeah, you tell him from where to write. Tell him the page number. Now, after this, we will take up a poem later. Okay. In the next sheet, we will take up a poem. Not now, not today.
No, this is the full chapter.
Yes, sir.
Every chapter was tried before this, so.
We are going in a sequence. This is the four concepts.
So there is no grammar process.
Now, we have done modals,
If you get more
tenses.
Modals.
Tenses we have done modals.
Modal.
Like
Yes. Okay, so you don't have to read anything. You can do the grammar part, you can put from the middle of the page.
Modal, then paragraph.
We have also done paragraph. So you basically did those three. The tenses were you present.
You want to make it from translation. You put some debate.
Or I mean, fourth chapter.
So I can just continue writing.
Yeah, continue writing. So writing.
Calculation.
That is what he said. The four chapters we have done along with the poems. How many have you missed, Vedam? How many did you miss? Two. You are present for the first two. And you were present for notice writing and you were present for letter writing. Okay, let's see. Whatever you have missed, you can ask for the extra classes. There is classes. You can mark in the textbook. Okay, the name of the lesson is determine M. M stands for memory. Okay, what examples did you write? Did you write about chess? Yeah, which shows that he actually had memory. So you have to disprove their statement that you have to say that actually he did not have short memory, he had good memory. So what are you have to say? Two examples of good memory. One is about chess, where he remembered every move of Spassky, Bobby Fischer, Karpov, right? So which shows he had wonderful memory. And the second thing was he did not forget Ravi's birthday, and he did not forget his own birthday also. And the ritual of giving gifts on his birthday, what he do? He used to what could he do in his on his birthdays? So he used to give gifts to everyone, all the family members. So he remembers his own birthday, he has not even forgotten that he saw. And also he has not forgotten to give gifts on his
The
birthday.
address of the home. The address of the home.
Yes, when he came back, right? So
Full.
okay, these two, any two evidence you write down. Any two. Yeah, you can write in your own words. You write that Ravi's grandpa, he had very good memory, but you have to write two examples so that he had good memory. But Ravi's mother, and the grandpa is Ravi's mother's father. Okay. So Ravi's mother's father is the grandpa. Now she feels, Ravi's mother feels that he is very forgetful, he forgets everything. So he requires vitamin 10. Grandpa. But she herself, as being a daughter, forgets her father's daughter. Okay. Whereas the grandpa remembers everybody's birthday, he remembers his birthday, his own birthday, he remembers Ravi's birthday also. Okay, so this shows he has got good memory. Right? And what is the second example? He also was he was a chess enthusiast. Okay, so he loved chess. Grandpa. So he used to follow chess. But there are two names of two chess players. One is Bobby Fischer, one is Spassky. So he remembered, he followed these chess players and he remembered the moves of, of around 1,000 games played by these greats. That also shows good memory. Right or not?
Sorry.
Yes, yes. After you read the book, you will understand. No, no, don't write in the textbook. Write in the notebook.
No, it's like writing it stories.
Okay, then tell him the page number, please. Do. Where is that page? I'll tell you.
Oh, the one this
Fastly one.
uh
Page
108 and
page number 101.
that's it. That's open and that. Oh, the grandfather had he saw
Right, far. We have to finish in Finished? They have finished? Okay, very good. Just listen. Oh, then why did you sitting? The next question is character sketches. Any two characteristics of each of the characters. Now,
one characteristics.
characteristics. We have already done, yeah, character traits. We have already done when we were doing the chapter. Okay, let us discuss. First, tell me character of this. First is, what is the first name given? Any two, we will write yes. He was a chess enthusiast.
Yes, and had a good memory.
Had good memory, yes, we can say that. Had good memory. Can we say he was kind?
Yes.
He was firm. Strong, very strong. Can we say he was independent?
Yes, he was.
Now you know where does the word kind emerge? Remember when he was in the barber shop?
Yes, he gave his
He gave his cap because he told the man, another man that got outside. So then during that time, Ravi says that he was always a kind man. So he was kind and generous. You know why it was writing? Okay, we will just write in point form. Okay. You have to justify your answer with the example from the text. Now let us see any two you write down and then Ravi. Okay, Ravi, what can we say about Ravi? Can we say he was responsible? Respectful towards his elders. Mature, responsible, mature. These two you write down. He was also a lot interested in chess. Yes. Can we say he was a quick learner? Why? Can you give an example which shows? He learned chess. He had improved chess since the time grandpa had come home. So which means, so that means he was a quick learner and he was interested in chess. He was genuinely interested in chess. Maybe he got the good dreams of his grandpa.
And the fish would work.
Now Ravi's mother.
Very good memory. Actually, very good.
Now can we say she was actually concerned
She was concerned about
about her
father.
father, isn't it? Whatever she did was all out of concern. He was fully concerned about her father. Concerned about her father. Can we also say she is impatient?
Yes.
She easily used to get impatient. She did not have patience at all.
Impatiently happy.
Impatiently, she stopped. Grandma also had a loud voice, sleeping in like a baby. Like, and very easily she could get impatient. It came to, when he got to know that, when she got to know this, he has lost his mind. He was not able to recollect something. So we can say that. We can also say she was forgetful. Forgetful. Because she forgot her own father's birthday. Get impression that thinking that her father had forgotten Ravi's birthday, but actually she herself had forgotten her own father's birthday. Okay, Beckett. Now let us come to the next one. Why was Ravi worried about what grandfather had at the tea stall?
Because
So first you need to mention what all things he have at the tea stall. What did he have at the tea stall? Tea with
apple tea is full of sugar.
yes, sugary tea.
Very good.
Then what did he have? Bananas. Then what did he have? There was something else also he had.
Cream biscuit. Right.
Just because he's taking tea, so cream biscuit.
Ice cream. Ice cream and bus.
That will be three things. Okay, so sugary tea, bananas, ice creams, all sweet items which are completely banned at home. Okay, now the question is why was Ravi worried about what grandfather ate? Why was he worried?
Because it was for
Because of his health. It was banned at home. He had everything.
it's a diabetic and
Otherwise, diabetes is not clearly mentioned here, so we will avoid that word. So what will be that? Right? You know that because of his health. Okay. So why was Ravi worried? Ravi was worried. First, you write down what all he saw in detail, and then say that these were all banned at home. So Ravi was worried about his health. Question. For his grandfather?
No.
No. So your answer would be no, it was not easy for Ravi or his grandfather because why was it so difficult? What happened? First of all, first where did he go? Children's garden. Children's garden. What happened there?
The children thought was take with them pregnancy and
You don't have to elaborate so much, so you can, depending on the mark, right? So what he said, when he went to the children's park following his grandfather, he was shouted at by the mother of the child as she thought that he was bullying this child, bullying her child.
that he was like
She thought that he's doing him a bit. Doing him as in double schools, we say that school away the birds and the animals. So he thought, he said shoe, and the mother was shoe. Okay, got it. So that is what shoe.
and after one or 2 days, her mother would have noticed that the grandpa was wearing a yellow cap and that's not at home.
The mother was attending the convert mother to declare Okay, so what is the answer? Write down. So, no, it was not easy for Ravi to follow his grandfather as he encountered many problems. As he encountered many problems, like when he was
Okay.
Because would have
like because he encountered many problems, like like when he was at the children's park.
I did not mention children's park, which is just children's park.
actually like the misunderstanding. The
Children's park only, na? Yeah, children's park. Yeah. When he was at the children's park, he was misunderstood by the mother of a child who shouted at him. He was misunderstood by the mother of a child who shouted at him. Or he did that, or shouted at him, thinking that he couldn't destroy child. After this sentence, what did I say? What did I say? Read the whole sentence from here. I am not reading it out for some. Can you read it? Misunderstood. He was misunderstood. Passive voice. So it will be in the third form of the verb. Misunderstood by the mother of the child, thinking that mother of the child thinking that Ravi was bullying her child. Thinking that Ravi was bullying her child. What is the second incident?
When he was in the market,
When he was in the market, he was crowded. Ajah, first letter. Can you get it? Okay. After that, when he went to the market, not market, when he was hiding behind the banyan tree, the vendors misunderstood him, thinking that he had taken away their bookcase. And so he was okay, write down,
very embarrassed because
write in this much. After that, when he was after that, when he was hiding behind the banyan tree. Right? After that, when he was hiding behind the banyan tree, he was crowded by the vendors
who gave it physical.
who gave him physical goods.
If it
Physical goods. If you I Z I physical goods.
And the good place.
What is this?
yes, CTST.
He has not read the chapter on physical goods. Okay, then
Please.
Right.
plastic, cardboard, extended cardboard, what have you written? Just read out once again, kindly. So after that, when he was hiding behind the banyan tree, no, the name of the tree is banyan tree. Banyan tree, comma, the vendors gave him a physical
Looks.
Looks, gave him physical looks, mistaking him as a selector, mistaking him as another vendor, I know that is the reason I put it, but mistaking is to be another vendor was there, who was there to take away their bookcases. Who was there to take away their bookcases. Who was there to take away their bookcases. Okay, right?
And
After that, full stop. Then after that, bookcases. Spots also you can. Spots. Barbers, the room next, in the house next, the shop next to the barber shop, where he was evicted out. Because yes, from where he was evicted, because it was for women less dressing salon. Okay, how much have you written? Fine. Also. Then after that, so you write down the next one. After that, what will you write? After that, what happened? What is the next incident? So when he was hiding, where was he hiding? Sorry. Panic is over. Now after that, he was hiding in the shop next to the barber shop. Okay, so after that, when he was hiding in a shop next to the barber shop, he was evicted out as it was a women hairdressing salon. We have to write exactly that. I think it's moment to put it over here, not please. Just that whatever is written, we have to write that.
I saw
No, maybe, sorry, yes. Maybe is hairdressing salon.
I
Hiding in the shop next to the barber shop.
it's about
Where he was addicted, from where he was addicted, EPIC, from where he was addicted. It's a total, this was a release and this is a lot, this was the name is what.
with parlors.
Parlor is also fine, here the same is alone.
Parlor. I mean, yeah, another parlor possibility for.
it's US and all.
Okay, Victor,
Yeah.
finished?
Really sure.
Sure. And he was hiding in, where was he hiding next? Next to the barber shop, the shop was this Nara. Next to the barber shop, from here, he was, this is it was. And he was hiding, comma, he was addicted since it was, ladies hairdressing. It is hairdressing salon. And also capital buildings. Okay, now let us come to the next question. Next question. Ravi is a good detective. Give one argument in favor of and against the given field.
There one to support the sentence and one to deny the sentence.
Yes. Ravi, one you have to say that he was a good detective, and then another example, he was not a good.
Since he had one good argument with that, if you were doing six, engineering college that he had faced and he had a situation very good.
Yes.
And the argument against him that he had he lost his grandfather. And after the war.
Yes, he lost the track of his grandfather. He mistook the cat. You know, the grandmother man with his grandfather only because of the cat.
He's kind of like what telescope.
That will come later. So I want to, I mean, you have to say he was a good detective because he kept following his grandfather and managed the situation very well. Right? He managed, right? He followed his grandfather successfully and managed the situation there. He was successfully following that only in the last job, he made a split up. So what did you write? That he was a good detective. It's a good detective or was a good detective. What is the question? What is it? Ravi is a good detective because he followed his grandfather successfully. He was not a good detective because he lost the track of his grandfather when he went to the barber shop.
I wrote he's a good detective because he lost his grandmother after the
His other did not. This had not. He is not a good detective. And then you write down not a good detective. He is a good detective because he successfully followed his grandfather wherever he went. Now, can we say that he was not a good detective by also saying that his grandfather got to know about his presence?
Yes.
So he could not hide himself properly. That also went down.
But actually, it is not his fault that he lost the track of his grandfather. The grandfather knew that he's following him. So to just Because
Because yes, it was grandfather.
I agree with that.
grandmother being grandfather.
Yes, grandfather is that. Good.
Because kids will get their grandmother.
Okay, done. Finished.
Yes.
I had this also that his presence was easily found out by the grandfather, so he was not a detective. His presence was easily found by the grandfather. Now, question number 6, we will not write, but we will discuss it further. Was grandfather aware that Ravi was following him? How did he know? He was aware. How do we know?
Consideration.
Because no, later on when he had given us gift. And Ravi also got to know that grandfather understood that he was very present.
When both of them got to know that Ravi was following.
Okay, so see now I see over here. See that the grandfather says that he asked Ravi to pick up some really good tips on how to clear it. So that line suggests that grandfather came to know about it. So underline this line and just write down question number 6. Was grandfather aware that Ravi was following? Yes, he was aware that Ravi was following because now how do we get to know? Towards the end of the story where grandfather gifted Ravi a book titled The Best Detective Stories, which would help him write down. I'm dictating right now. You have to write in direct speech.
Yes.
Okay, so write down. The grandfather was aware that Ravi was following him.
Yes.
Grandfather was aware that Ravi was following him. As later on, as later on, as later on, he him, gifted him a book, a book titled as titled as The Best Detective Stories. Third D capital, best B capital, detective D capital. And also S stories capital. The best detective stories. So that we could pick up, some really good tips on, so that we could pick up some really good tips on how to be a good.
Break.
We'll take a break. We will already discuss the last two questions, then we will move on to the other. Okay, those for your opinion. In your opinion, some people
Given by Ravi's brother because she forgot her
so that question is very easy. Who do you think actually requires determination? So we'll discuss already and then we'll move on to determination.
Yes.
So
Well,
I'm here to do the show.
I'm just search for the big of them.
I'm not listening to you. Very hot out here.
Quiet, but I don't think right. ahead.
चार करना चाहिए
Today you have an Argentina match at 10:30 p.m.
Yes,
Have you watched football?
Huh?
Because of that. That
so we are over here.
so okay. Very well, I happened maybe that. Yes,
Joint family. I don't know what the joint family. It's not a.
मतलब लॉजिक में मेरे सीधे जाने की बात तो उनको कुछ मांगे आप लोगों को ट्रे कर वो इसमें अभी एक जो सडनली हाँ पहले मैं सबसे पहले था मीडियम को लग जाए फिर इसको करता है फिर ये लॉजिक है कौन बड़ा है बड़ा है ए से
First rank for.
लगभग दूसरे ना इतना सी है
अरे आप लोग छोटू भी रखते हैं.
that's it
That's true.